What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be talking about these two here. This is my 1973 John Deere 110 and 1967 John Deere 112. So we'll start with this guy first because I know more about this guy than this guy. So 1973 John Deere 110. I believe you've seen this before. I originally bought this from my buddy because he was selling it. He took the motor out of it because he wanted to put it in something else. He got rid of that motor, which I'm kind of bummed out about, but that's not the point. The point is, this thing's here. I got it back after a few years, or a year or so, excuse me, so that way I can do more pulling with it. I decided that I'm not going to get rid of this thing. I was trying to get rid of it at one point, so it would have been a mistake. So it's back. I'm keeping it for good. My kids are going to have it one day. My wife's going to have this one. So she's going to get into this crazy world that I'm in. So, yeah. 1973 John Deere 110. It's kind of, hood's going to get redone. Decals are going to be replaced. Good little machine. It has a different Kohler motor in it, like I said. This one's been stupidized, which means everything's been kind of tightened up, made hotter so that way it can make more power, including the spark plug. The carburetor's out of it because it needs a rebuild. The original the carburetor that was in it came off of this motor, which that is the original 110 or the original K181 that I had first, my first K181 that I had. So, yeah, that was in this. And that was in my first ever 110 that is now long gone, which I'm kind of sad to see go. But that's not the point. This thing has a few issues. Like I said, the carburetor is one of them. The other issue that I'm having is when you put it up in full throttle, see, full throttle, this thing will struggle to get up there in RPMs, and actually it feels like it's going to blow up the motor. So I'm going to look into that. I think it's something to do with the governor, in my opinion. Another issue is this fuel line. It is the wrong size on this end. This is what it's supposed to be, and not only that, but it is starting to rub through and going to cause me an ass ache if I try to do anything with it. So that's going to be replaced. The next thing that I'm going to be doing is putting a tube in this tire because I'm tired of fighting with it. They do have good tread on them for what they are. These are off of a 75 Cub Cadet 1250. So these are the original tires off of, off that Cub. Let's see if I can find a date stamp. Probably not. Be a long shot. So, anyway, that's that. The next thing I'm going to be doing to this thing is paint. This thing needs a new paint job. It needs to have all these little dings and dents fixed. This needs to be fixed because that's cancerous. I don't like it. I'm going to put lights on this thing once it's all painted. I'm going to get a clevis for the rear because I need a clevis if I'm going to pull. These tires, I like them, but they won't do me any good if I'm going to be pulling with this thing. These are Gator tires, and if anybody knows, Gator tires do not track very well. So I'm going to get a set of 10-10 rims, or 10.5, or not 10-10, but 12-12 rims, or a 10.5 by 12 rim. So that I can put 26 12-12s on and do better. So this thing is also going to get a stack that probably sits, it's going to sit above my head. And I'm actually going to get on this thing to see or see how big it needs to be. So you're on my eye level, so it kind of needs to be up here, kind of, sort of, yeah, up here. So that's the 110. It's still around. So now we're moving on to this thing, which I know very little about. I just got this thing. Actually, I haven't just gotten this thing. I've had this thing for a little while. I've had it actually since April, I believe. April or May-ish. I don't remember. I can't remember. Anyway, the original motor that was in this thing is a Tecumseh HH100. I have long gone got rid of that thing because if anybody knows, Tecumsehs are the trash A's, or the junk A's, because they're trash or junk. The bottom end on it was grinding, so that's another reason why I got rid of it. So I put a K181, my original K181 in it, and this is going to be wifey's, so it's going to get redone or repainted. I'm kind of waiting on parts for this thing so that it can sit back on all fours, so I can put it all back together so it can be reassembled and look good. While I'm waiting for parts, I'm going to be rewiring this entire thing once it gets painted. Because most of the wiring looks like that. And not only that, but it looks like that. And actually, that rear bolt, it had that wire on there. I don't know why. I don't know what it was for. It didn't look good, so I got rid of it. So, yeah, it's just a junk motor that's going to get scrapped or pulled apart and scrapped. Maybe I'll sell the block, because the block is good. It's a standard bore block. So I'll pull off all the parts that I want off of it and get rid of it. So this is the hood off of that 112. See? 112. And this is actually the original hood, which I could not believe. But I ain't going to be keeping it, which kind of bums me out, because that right there, I just filled that hole with some fiberglass filler, and look at that. Look at that friend. How you doing, brown recluse? Yeah, we'll just put it back there. We'll just keep them right there. So anyway, it's gonna get replaced because it's not that good looking anymore. So these things are gonna be going with me to my local tractor show, as well as this. This is a Sears trailer I'll be talking about later on, as well as that truck that sits out there. So these two are gonna be coming with me to my tractor show that I usually go to every year. I'm gonna try to start going to every year. I got a 1945 John Deere B that is not here right now. That is out getting work done. I was going to take that this year, but I guess while a couple of my buddies were loading it on the trailer, it wouldn't stay running. It needed a carburetor rebuild, or a carburetor cleanup / rebuild. So we did that. We're now kind of looking at it, seeing what else it needs so I can bring it home. It can sit in the shed so I can use it if I need to. So yeah. That's what's going down. So anyways, I'll get this video uploaded, and I'll talk to you about this in a little bit, as well as that truck. So guys, see you guys in a little bit.